Calvin Castine behind the wheel. Judy Castine has the camera, so I'm not recording and driving. Coming down Church Street on the 29th day of May 2022, and already the streets are lined. This is shortly before 11 on Sunday, the parade day, annual St. Mary's Bazaar. We're calling it the 53rd annual Bazaar. The first one was in 1968, but there were 2 years without a bazaar, so it's the 55th year that there would have been a bazaar, but 2020 and 2021, due to COVID, there was no bazaar. But the bazaar is back, and I'll be handing the camera over and the microphone over to Judy very shortly. After we take this little run here, we're running through the village. We're going to go up Elm Street just to show you the parade route, and then I'm going to head for Shazy for their annual Memorial Weekend parade. The American Legion there in Shazy does that, and we think anytime the veterans are doing something on Memorial Day weekend, we should try our darndest to be there. So even though it conflicts with my hometown St. Mary's Bazaar Parade, for years we had Sam Castine covering it. This year it's going to be Judy Castine covering it. And as soon as the parade goes by where I am in Shazy, I'll be hustling back here to Champlain. I'll probably catch the end of the parade and see if anybody needs any help on the bazaar grounds. So we're now going up Elm Street. This is the reverse of where the parade will come down. Not so many people lined up along the route here. Unfortunately for the bazaar people, the people that are lined up and taking parking spaces are close to the bazaar grounds, and obviously there's a lot of room up here for people to take some parking away and not impact the people that can make it onto the grounds. But I imagine that most of those chairs that we see and will see on Church Street will be gone after the parade, so people arriving a little late will have a chance. We're going by the former American Legion, and we see Susan Billow out there. She's making the facilities available to the people that will be lining up for the parade. All right, we are now heading downtown, and we're going by a Modern Mechanical Fab, one of the businesses that's in the former Sheridan Ironworks Harris Graphics facility, now owned by Susi. This is known as Susi USA. Some of the parade lineup is getting set up here. We see the lineup staff busy at the corner, and a good turnout up there. So they'll be coming down through here, and I don't know if Judy can show the numbers alongside the road. If she drops it down real quick here, there's number 1. So the first vehicle in the parade will be starting right about there. There's a former Champlain Elementary School to our right, now sitting vacant, and people are hoping to be able to turn that into some kind of a apartment type facility, hopefully before too far in the future. The current home of the Champlain Fire Department is on our right, and here's some folks that are going to have an hour wait for the parade. Some chairs lined up here on the sidewalk as we go by where the former Savoy Hotel used to be. We come to the corner of Prospect Street, and the Clark Funeral Home on the corner, the former home of Pliny Moore, the founder of the town and village of Champlain. Then the Knights of Columbus Hall, and former bank at one time, now the Samuel D. Champlain History Center, owned and operated by Celine Paquette, Dr. Celine Racine Paquette. So we're going to turn, the parade will take this route onto Main Street. And once we turn on Church Street, we'll shut the camera off, and the next thing you will see following that will be the introduction of the parade, which will be probably in an hour from when I'm recording right now. So we're on the corner of Maiden Lane, Church Street, and Main Street. And then the parade will be heading up here and heading up Church Street.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get this party started. First, I'd like to do a little bit of introductions. Today we're going to have 3 judges for the parade. We're going to have Lisa Turner, we're going to have Father Clyde Lewis, and we're going to have Buffy. And so, without a further ado, if y'all could stand up, remove your caps, we'll sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, thank you, Buffy. That was great. All right. So they should be coming around soon. So if you just want to hang tight, they should be starting to get here soon. All right, we've got our first parade car. So this is the Clinton County Sheriff. Each year, the Clinton County Sheriff leads our parade. And this year, Sheriff David Favreau, who has served Clinton County for 20 years and is running for re-election in November, is driving his patrol unit. Sheriff Favreau is the only sheriff in the county history to run 6 4-year terms as sheriff and continues to strive to keep our community safe. We want to thank him and his deputies for keeping our parade route safe today and every day. Let's get a round of applause. And up next, we have the American Legion. The American Legion Montgomery Post 912, serving as today's color guard, have served veterans in Rouse's Point and Clinton County for 102 years. Up next, we have our parade's Grand Marshal. Let's all welcome the 2022 St. Mary's Parade Grand Marshal, Rolla Parker. Rolla is a Vietnam veteran who owns and operates Parker Chevrolet, who has entirely sponsored this year's parade. This year's theme is Back with a Bang, and Rolla is certainly helping us kick things off with his Pontiac Solstice convertible. We thank him for his continued support and his staunch dedication to our community. Up next, we have the Champlain Fire District. The first engine you see right there is engine 141. This is a 2004 KME engine. It carries 1,500 gallons of water and has a pumping capacity of 2,000 gallons per minute. This is the first new engine for fire calls within the Champlain Fire District. The next engine we got here is engine 146. This is a 2020 Spartan 4-guys engine. It carries 750 gallons of water and has a pumping capacity of 2,000 gallons per minute. This is the second new engine for calls within the Champlain Fire District and responds to neighboring communities as a mutual aid. The next engine up is a tanker 144. This is a 2015 Peterbilt / 4-guys tanker. It carries 3,000 gallons of water and has a pumping capacity of 750 gallons per minute. This truck responds to calls outside of the hydrated area in Champlain Fire District and to the neighboring communities to haul water to the fire scenes. After this is the Rescue 147. This is a 2009 Peterbilt / Horton heavy rescue truck. It carries a variety of fire and rescue equipment, including the Jaws of Life. It also provides lighting for nighttime operations and has a small area for firefighter rehab. After this smaller truck is a Brush Truck 142. This is a 2002 Chevrolet Silverado equipped with a CET skid unit. It carries 300 gallons of water and has a pumping capacity of 200 gallons per minute. This truck responds to brush and wildland fires and is also used for hauling equipment. This last truck is an off-road vehicle 149. This is a Kubota RTV side-by-side utility vehicle equipped with a CET skid unit. It carries 100 gallons of water. The unit is equipped with a foam induction system to aid in fire suppression. The RTV is used in off-road wildland fire suppression and rescue operations when trucks cannot reach the incident or victim. This next vehicle is a staff vehicle 148. This is a 2018 Ford F-150. It is used to transport personnel and equipment to and from incidents, training, and classes. It is also used during traffic control operations. Up next, we have the Champlain Moores EMS. The Champlain Moores EMS proudly serves the communities of Champlain, Moores, and Ross's Point with quality medical care and transport. Our roster of paid volunteer members answered 1,298 calls in 2021 and are on pace to answer over 1,300 calls in 2022. The Board of Directors would like to thank all of our communities for their continued support. In this first car, we've got Squad 465, a 2019 Chevy Silverado. This vehicle serves as an all-purpose truck for calls and is also outfitted with a firefighter rehab to assist fire calls throughout the northern tier. Squad 465 is being driven by EMS Captain Corey Thompson. Up next, we have the EMS 461, a 2013 Horton ambulance on international cases. It serves as a basic life support ambulance stationed in Morris. EMS 462 is being driven by EMT Chris Tremblay. Up next, we have the EMS 462, 2020 Horton ambulance on a Ford F550 chassis. It serves as an advanced life support ambulance stationed in Morris. EMS 462 is being driven by Diane Menard. Up next, we have the EMS 463, a 2019 Award ambulance on a Ford F550 chassis. It serves as an advanced life support ambulance stationed in Champlain. EMS 463 is being driven by critical care TEKs Caleb Snide and Alex Provost. And last but not least, we have the EMS 464, 2011 Horton ambulance on a Ford E450 chassis. It serves as an advanced life support ambulance station in Champlain. 464 is being driven by Will Austin. And behind the EMS, we have the North Country Honor Flight. Kevin Triller representing the North Country Honor Flight with a World War II goose truck and a MASH Korean War ambulance. North Country Honor Flight honors our veterans. If it wasn't for their service, we wouldn't have the freedoms we have today. Join me in thanking our veterans for their service and come out to show your support for them at the next Honor Flight on June 18th. What a beautiful performance. Following Norwood Brass, we have our county clerk. And a very rare 1931 Ford A400, we have our very own county clerk, John Zerlo. Mr. Zerlo has been serving our region for decades, and we are proud to have him as St. Mary's parishioner. Following Mr. Zerlo, we have Team Elise and Senator Steck. Our Congresswoman Elise Cabanet, elected to the United States House of Representatives in 2014, right behind Elise and Dan Seck, we have Allison McGahee, who is running for Supreme Court Justice. Up next, we have Dragoons Farm Equipment. Dragoons Farm Equipment has been in business for 69 years and are proud to serve the North Country. They service what they sell and carry a large selection of equipment. Come see them for your farm and lawn needs. They also have the Kubota construction line now. Starting to move again. All right, up next we have the NCCS Drama Club. The NCCS Drama Club, who will be performing the Murder, Mystery, and Dinner Show, Till Death Do Us Part, on June 3rd and 4th. You can reserve a seat by calling the high school, and admission is $20 at the door. Dinner is included with the purchase. I hear the show is very good, so you definitely want to go check it out. Behind the Drama Club, we have Riley Ford. Riley Ford in Chazy is proudly making customers for life with lower prices, deeper discounts, and more for your trade. Visit Riley Ford to find out why they've won Ford Motor Company's prestigious President's Award for customer satisfaction 30 times. Behind Riley Ford, we have Billy Jones for Assembly. Assemblyman Billy Jones, who represents the 115th Assembly District since being elected in 2016. The 115th District currently includes Franklin, Clinton, and parts of St. Lawrence County. During his tenure in the Assembly, he has been proud to secure funding and pass legislation that will benefit the North Country. Assemblyman Jones is up for re-election this fall, and he is committed to continuing to serve the residents of the North Country.
Guys, hello, thank you.
we have the Great Chazy River Memorial Post 1418. Our local veterans from the Great Chazy River Memorial Post 1418, veterans of foreign wars, Champlain, New York. Post was chartered in March 1971. We thank them today and every day for their service to our country. Our veterans are being called by a GMC 3500 from a Fuller Excavating. Fuller is a commercial and residential site work, concrete and asphalt pavement contractor serving Clinton, Essex, Franklin County since 1981. And you'll notice at the front of the float they have an empty chair. This empty chair on the float represents the honorable men that could not be with us today. Let us never forget them in our hearts and minds. Let's give another round of applause for the VFW. Up next, we have my personal favorite. We have the Hudson Headwaters Network, Champlain Family Health. Champlain Family Health, your community's healthcare team. Their mission has remained the same throughout the last 40 years, to provide the best health care and access to that care for everyone in our communities. They want to thank you for your trust in their health care. They value and appreciate our community. Stay well. In this first car here, we've got a 1975 Jeep CJ5 driven by Melissa Gooley and Bob Gooley. I hear they got a great son. In this next car, we've got Keith Carden driving a GMC pickup with a float behind it.
Oh shit, I'm getting my fat ass on.
And last but not least, we have Brooke Castine and Callie Castine in a 2021 Jeep Wrangler JL. Up next, we have the Ross's Point Fire Department. Ross's Point Fire Department is being represented with a 1993 International Heavy Rescue Truck, number 306, with a walk-in cab. 306 is driven by J.J. LaFountain. Following JJ, we have number 309. 309 is a 1991 Simpson duplex aerial with a 110-foot ladder and pump. Number 309 is being driven by Walter Blairman. Behind number 309, we have number 302. 302 is a 30 Marine 1 driven by Josh Babby.
All right, we've finally arrived here from Shazy. We've got 20 of 1 time. Appreciate Judy Castine covering the parade for us while we were busy with the Shazy parade. Rouse's Point Fire Department.
Up next, we have Katie's Painting and Tapping.
And they
Katie's Painting and Tapping is in a number 17 sprint car.
It's like their rescue vehicle for the lake. It's water rescue. Seven- 71 degrees earlier today. I didn't really notice when we arrived what the temperature was, but I arrived in Shazy, that's what it was. JDS.
Up next, we have a 1960s grocery getter, affectionately known as
Taping
Baby's
and
Betty, being
painting.
driven by Vincent Boda.
Taping and painting. And this is Vincent Boda, I guess.
I'm good, thank you.
Up next, we have Caselli for Congress. Matt Caselli, a former CIA officer and candidate for Congress for New York 21. He wants to return the public service, integrity, and security to Clinton County and the greater North Country. Matt is joined by Hannah and Ben Lloyd. Up next, we have the North Country Skating Club.
Skating Club is here without their skates, we should point out.
The North
No
Country Skating
skates.
Club has been offering local children figure skating lessons in the Rosses Point Civic Center for over 40 years.
And
The club
Dunkin'
typically
Donuts
has around
has
100
arrived.
members and presents an annual ice show every March featuring all of the skaters. Look for us in October if you would like to sign up for lessons.
Handing out candy.
Up next, we have Dunkin' Donuts. Here comes Sprinkles the Donut with Cuppy and Icy from Dunkin' Donuts. Stop by to grab a refreshing beverage and a sweet treat.
All right, can't go wrong at Dunkin' Donuts. Hardly any calories, too. It's like a Ford from about
Driving this
1960 or so.
1960 Ford Galaxy, all original North Country car. Driver and owned is Raymond Houston.
Raymond Houston. Nice car there, Raymond. 1960. My parents owned a 1960, different color than that, but they owned it. We have a delay, so we're gonna shut the camera off and come right back.
Shriner clowns. The Shriners represent 22 hospitals for orthopedic, burn, brittle bone disease, and cleft lip palate care with no cost to the families. The fraternity is dedicated to the health of the children.
The
If you
Shriners.
know of a child in need, please contact us, as this is what we are here for. You can contact them on their website at Shriners Hospital.
No fancy cars today. They're walking. The Shriners. Certainly a group that does so much for children everywhere. We have more on the horizon.
Up next, we have Finest Towing and Recovery. Finest Towing and Recovery, call them for all your towing needs.
Oriental Shriners.
Is that Mr. Norcross? Yeah. Wait. Mr.
Oh.
Norcross, can I get a picture of you?
We gotta get a picture here.
I went to school with Nancy. Smile. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
In this next car here, we have Dr. Southwick's car. Steve
All
Southwick
Norcross, I
driving his
think.
dad's 1944 Ford pickup in memory of Doc Southwick, who only missed one parade in all of the years of St. Mary's Parade. He will be missed.
Steve Southwick driving Dr. John Southwick's vehicle. Dr. John Southwick, what a institution he was for the North Country. I'm so sorry that he passed this year earlier. Probably one of the most popular persons ever to walk the streets of Champlain, Dr. John Southwick. So it's nice that he's being remembered here with his vehicle driven by his son Steve and family.
Hey, no mom in the back seat, Calvin. That's unusual. Special occasion.
And Wayne Diesel's here. In case you were wondering where Wayne was, there he is. He's in the parade.
You got this on camera?
I got you. Representing. He's got his Peterbilt cap on, so maybe Carl Smith gave him a $1 to walk through the parade with that cap on.
All right. Up next, we have the Champlain Peterbilt.
Oh, there we go. There's Champlain Peterbilt.
Locally owned business that offers 24/7 service with an on-call technician. Give a call to Champlain Peterbilt at 518-298-3835. That's 298-3835. To Norman in sales, Jason in service, or Danny in parts for all of your needs.
As far as I know, the dogs are not part of Peterbilt. But who knows? Oh, Kim's driving.
Up next, we have North Country Classic.
Sally in the shotgun.
Every
Sally
Friday,
riding
they
shotgun.
host
How about
a,
that? Oh no, that's not Sally. That's Carl. Sorry about that, Carl.
and they're home
Sorry about
to
that, Carl.
300 members.
Well, Carl Smith was riding shotgun. Kim LePan driving. Here we go.
And behind them, we have Dan Hamilton in a 02
That's
Ford
Jeff.
Thunderbird.
And a Hamilton T-Bird right behind.
That
And the
concludes our
sheriff's.
parade today.
The sheriff is
We'd
coming.
like to take this time to thank our sponsors, Purpose Chevrolet, for their sponsorship of the parade. Diesel Ready Mix with concrete. We purchased the barbecue tent. Company Malt Group, which sponsored the inflatable rides. Stewart's, who donated hot dogs and hamburger buns. Incharge Farm Equipment donated children's tractor. Nathan's Hot
And
Dogs,
representing the honor flight.
who donated all of the hot dog rolls. Champlain Knights of Columbus for their monetary donation. NFI for their donation.
Representing the North Country honor flag.
John Gurlow for obtaining the Montreal Canadian Soccer State. And for Ace Hardware for donating grass trimmer. And North Country Golf Course for donating 4 greens. And we'd like to give a last thank you for Father Clyde Lewis for his many donations and for all of our support. And we'd also like to shout out Hometown Cable and Calvin Castine for recording this event. We really appreciate it. Let's give a round of applause for all of our sponsors.
We got a big tractor coming, so we're going to stay on just a little bit longer here, as these folks are not part of the parade, and a big tractor probably isn't either. But we'll close with the tractor. Hey, we're in the North Country. If we can't close the parade with the tractor, and of course, once we're done with this parade, I'm going to grab the camera and wander onto the grounds. Get a little shot of that. She's saying, I'm not on the parade. What are you pointing that camera at me for? So we will point the camera on the grounds and get a little bit of the activities up there. When we parked our car in front on Main Street on Route 9, we had to go around the garden tractor pull area, and it's muddy today. We had a lot of rain yesterday, so the grounds are in good shape, but the garden tractor pullers are putting up with a little bit of mud out in their area. So we're going to wrap it up. This looks like this tractor was just out doing some work, and it's heading home on this Sunday afternoon at 10 of 1. We'll be heading up to the grounds very, very shortly. First, we're going to take a look at what's happening inside our $1 million Parish Center here. And this is the people hard at work. There are clothes and other items here for sale. Lots of people milling around. And a lot of food to purchase.
Babe, I'll meet you outside.
So we're going to head up for the grounds right now. I just wanted to take a little shot in here before we headed up there. Just ran into an old friend of ours, Gerald Ducat. Well established sports figure, graduated from Beekmantown and played sports. He's now 80 years old and he's a champion pickleball player, he says. So if you want to have a competitive game of pickleball, give Duke a call. Now here's a dime pitch and a bunch of other games here. When we came through earlier from where we parked, we saw that all the booths were not open. The first year back after a 2-year layoff, and help was a little hard to find, so maybe next year more folks will step up and help out. So here's the dime pitch. We'll keep the camera rolling. Variety of games. We got the milk bottle game over in the corner, and one of the bands playing. It's looks like the Norwood Brass Firemen. They've been coming here for an awful long time. Bob Morgan, who was a former mayor here. Oh, look at this lineup for food. Holy cow. Tickets. They got to get tickets for the various games and everything. That's a long lineup for tickets. So people who, whoops, a young waver, look at that. All right, so people who are looking to buy tickets have a long wait there. If they get enough help, maybe next year they can have 2 ticket windows. We're going to sneak through here, keep the camera rolling, and the food line is, as expected, always busy after the parade ends, because everybody shows up at once. You know how that is. So Norwood Brass Fireman Bob Morgan used to be one of the original brass firemen back in the late 40s. He worked for Sheridan Iron Works and Harris Graphics, and ended up his career as the on-site manager at Susi Unlimited. And he's the one who first got these guys to come down, and they've been coming down ever since. So Norwood Brass Firemen, one of the outstanding version of these guys, went to the Olympics, represented the U.S. in the Olympics. So they are a well-traveled organization. They play every summer in July down in Norwood. I think they still have every Thursday is a different group playing down there, and they're usually the ones that end the season. So sometime in early or mid-July, the Norwood Brass Firemen are down there. We'll listen to them for a moment without talking. firemen always putting on a great show here at the bazaar. There's the Grand Marshal, Rala Parker. He wants to join the brass firemen there. He's got the right shirt on, that's for sure. Okay, fried dough. We got the burger barn we just went by, snow cones, cotton candy, different games of chance located here. We will take a look at Sausage Shack. Oh my gosh, I'm getting hungry just walking through here.
Jumping all over.
And the pretzels, nachos, cheese sticks. And we're going to wander over and take a little bit of look at what's happening at the garden tractor pull. Nice to see the Baharnwas from Christ St. John's Church. Stephen and Reverend Patty Baharnwa. We make our way closer here to we have different booths here, picnic tables. Lots of familiar faces. Hey, Dave. Well, let's see how muddy this track is here. Just going to take a quick look. Let's see here. Oh, looks like they're trying to get it workable. Once they get up to that area, it looks kind of slippery. So we'll watch one vehicle come through here. We'll see how far he gets. Hey, I'm not sure if he's a competitor or a track leveler here. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
He might need a little boost there to get going. So this is Garden Tractor Pull. It's held here on Bazaar Weekend for the past several years. And as you see, a decent amount of people. There are people on the other side that are with the Garden Tractor Pull who are also here enjoying it. But there's people lining all along here, people sitting under the tents, and everybody trying to enjoy the day here. Buy some food and wander over here and watch what's happening. Well, I think this will close out our look. At the 2022 St. Mary's Bazaar Parade. Looking online, I don't know if he showed up or not. Looking online at the 1968 newspaper before the parade, it said that Jean Beliveau was going to be the Grand Marshal. Montreal Canadian fans will know who Jean Beliveau is, or was in this case. He passed away a few years ago. Huge hockey star, went on to become president of the Montreal Canadiens. So he was supposed to be the first one, so we've gone from John Beliveau to Mr. Rala Parker. So we've stayed pretty steady there as far as having dignitaries being the Grand Marshal. I think Terry Harper ended up coming, as I recall. Maislin Brothers, Sam Maislin Brothers Trucking was very active, and people like Bob Ben, who worked at the Border and Customs, dealt with the Maislins quite often, and Maislin was quite involved with our community, surprisingly. We're a Canadian company, and of course you had drivers from this side of the road, this side of the border, but he was very instrumental in getting us top-notch people for the first couple of years of our bazaar. So that was 1968, and this is 2022. So we're going to wrap it up. A beautiful sunshiny day in the North Country, and looks like a fun time is going to be had by all. Hopefully they'll just show a little patience and wait in line and get that food or beverage that they've been waiting to get, because it does get stacked up at those booths when that parade is over. But it's here till 5 or 6 o'clock tonight, so you don't have to rush to the grounds immediately after the parade in future years. But this is how it's done in rural New York. North Country Life at its best here, and it's 53rd. As we said, we stopped counting for 2 years because of the coronavirus. Otherwise, this would have been the 55th annual parade. Thanks for watching.